everyone, Kelly Bear here. Welcome to my channel. Today I am bringing a follow-up to my Ride or Die video that I put out about 5 months ago. Holy hell, I thought it was no more than 3, but what do I know, because times are flying. And yeah, if you haven't seen that one, I will try to remember to link that in the description box below should you wish to go watch it, but it should be pretty easy to find anyway on my channel. But yeah, basically in that video I showed all of my sort of Smith-Waite decks that feature Pixie Smith's art, or just very close recreations, redrawings of Pixie Smith. They're basically Smith-Waite's, or very, very close Smith-Waite clones. This one is going to sort of branch out a little bit more. None of these are actual Smith-Waites in the sense that they feature Pixie's artwork. These are all redrawings. Some of them even have themes. I just thought it would be fun to sort of start with the Smith-Waites and then sort of expand out from there and look at some more of my Smith-Waite decks that I like to work with. Again, these are by no means all of my Smith-Waite clones. I have a fair few. I just picked 6 that sort of fit this particular criteria of being very close to Smith-Waite but being a redrawing. And then what I did with the last video is I showed each deck individually, and then at the end I had picked out a number of cards, the same card from each deck, and then I sort of compare them so you can see the different ways that each deck depicts that particular card, that particular archetype. I have tried to film this intro so many bloody times. I might put bloopers at the end. People seem to enjoy those. So if I sound a bit like exasperated and like I'm aware that I'm sort of stumbling through this intro at this point, but I am so reticent to try and film it again because I might just implode. And it's very warm today, which isn't helping, and I have to have the windows open because it's so warm, but then people keep being really noisy outside because London. I love my hometown, my home city, but sometimes, you know, people are gonna people. So without further ado, or I guess with a bit of a do, because that was a bit of a micro rantet. It's just because people have been hollering outside, they've been beeping car horns, all this kind of nonsense outside, drilling. It's really hard to film videos in the summer because of the noise, and then it's really hard to film videos in the winter, sorry, because you lose the light so quickly and the light's just really bad. So wow, clearly I'm in a mood for complaining. Colour me stunned. What's new? So here we go. First, I'm just holding a deck and I'm not showing it to you. So the first one I'm going to show you is the Melanated Classic. This is a great deck. I love this. I worked with this a lot during this spring because I feel like I needed the lovely vibrant colours to cheer me up, because that's where my headspace was. And this is a redrawing of Pixie's artwork, but it features only people of the global majority, which I really enjoyed. Do you know what? I think I'm going to scooch in a skosh. Hold on a second. I'm going to pause it. That's a wee bit better, right? Just so you can see the artwork, which I guess is what you want to see when you're looking at a deck. Yeah, so this features only people of the global majority, which I think is a balance that, you know, needs addressing. Redressing, should I say. This is, if you're wondering what the fuck with the backs, yeah, the backs are the 8 of Wands, which, yeah, not my favourite. I have to say I've kind of made my peace with it. I can't be asked to back it, but this is one of the first printings, or the first printing of the deck, so I believe subsequent printings, from what I know from people that have told me, is it has a different back now. I believe a specifically designed back. But yeah, this is very clearly a Smith-Waite. You've got all of the, you know, all of the imagery, the iconography, the symbolism, right down to like the positions. You know, it's very, very readable. And I find this is a really nice deck to work with. like I said, to cheer you up, because the colours are so bold. The oranges are so warm, the blues are so sumptuous, the yellows are so golden. It's really, really great. Generally as a rule, this feels more like a late summer, early autumn deck to me because of those rich, warm tones. It feels like, you know, that very deep, right in the midst of summer and into the sort of September tends to be quite warm here in the UK. So yeah, but I definitely needed this at the beginning of the year, like sort of from, when was it, maybe February, March. I was working with it, and I paired this. I found it paired really nicely because I was doing weekly tarot readings and then daily Lenormand readings, and my daily Lenormand readings were with the Brown Witch Lenny, so they make a lovely pairing. So yeah, this is the Melanated Classic Tarot. I believe it might still be available. I don't think it's out of print, but I could very easily be wrong, as I like to say I very often am. Yeah, so that's the first one. The second one I'm going to show you is the indie version. I do know that this now has a mass market version of the This Might Hurt Tarot. This deck was a gift. I believe it was for Christmas. I think it was for Christmas. I don't think it was my birthday. A few years ago, from my friend Simon at the Hermit's Cave. I think he ordered it from Little Red Tarot for me. I believe Liminal 11 have put out the mass market version. I've got the one with the black oil slick. I nearly called it frosting. It's not frosting. You can tell where my mind's at. Yum, yum, yum. I'm not hungry. I had lunch not that long ago. I just like food a lot. Foiling, frosting, brain fog. It does that sometimes. It'll throw out the like, at least those you could see where my brain did that. Sometimes it will throw out like a completely incorrect word. But yeah, so this is a very contemporary redrawing of the Smith-Waite. So you'll see here the Queen of Swords is in what appears to be like a desk chair, a swivel desk chair. And she's holding, like, rather than a sword, she's got what appears to be some kind of like paring knife or something, kitchen knife. I don't know. I really love this deck. This is one of my favourite Queen of Cups ever. Like, she's on like a camping chair. She's holding this bowl and she looks so serene. The colours, the bluishy pinky purples in the cup suit of this deck are just delicious. And I really, I was just, speaking, I was just saying, I really love the warmth of the wands. And the next card, as if the deck knew wonderfully that that it was going to be, yeah, the ones that I was talking about next. So here we've got a knight on a motorbike. Again, the people's mileage might vary on this because a lot of people don't enjoy the sort of contemporary portrayals because they feel that it can really date a deck, and that's fair. But I would argue that even a deck that is like traditional in the sense that it's sort of closer, it's a closer representation of the sort of the original Smith-Waite, I would argue that it will still become dated anyway, because artwork and art styles do have, like, art has movements and styles and decades, and you can usually relate them to eras. You know, like when we look at some decks, even if it's a classic Smith-Waite, you can tell, oh, that's very 80s, or that's very 70s. You know what I mean? Like the Morgan Greer is a redrawing and a very good example of, you know, with all those porn stashes and the particular sort of representations and the hairstyles. Like, it's by no means got any sort of modern iconography in it. It's very Smith-Waite-y, but it's dated. Do you see what I mean? And that's okay. Like, it's fine that it's a 70s deck. I love that it's very late 70s, very end of 70s. But I love that about it, right? That's what makes part of working with it so fun, because I'm like digging those porn stashes. Yeah, so I really like this deck. I don't know, I think maybe have the backs been changed for the mass market version? I don't know. I don't have any Liminal 11 decks, so I couldn't tell you. I know people don't really like the cardstock on a lot of those. Have they changed that? I don't know. I don't know, but I again, I don't know if you can get the indie version of this, but it should be pretty available as a mass market deck. I love this Empress card so much because it sort of is giving us something a bit different to it always just being a pregnant woman. And like I said before, I don't have anything against pregnant women or, you know, the Empress card being a pregnant woman in decks. It's just when it felt like every single depiction was, and there was no like other alternative, there was no alternatives for those of us that don't really like vibe with that, you know. I really enjoy this. So yeah, I feel less sort of, I think I spoke about this in my one of my more recent videos about like, yeah, I feel less ranty about the Empress card because I feel like more and more people are giving us, deck creators are giving us some like different interpretations, which means if we want like a pregnant Empress, we can have one. If we don't want one, we don't have to have one because we have the choice. Okie dokie. The next one is the Herbal Tarot. This deck, I really had a moment with this deck when I got this. I think I got this in about 2016, 2017. I've really fallen off the wagon with my herbalism study. I was really in the midst of it when I got this deck, and it made me I sort of went through and really thought about which, I've got some of my own correspondences for herbs and things regarding tarot cards. This deck feels very dated. I think this is like I think this is maybe an 80s deck. I can't remember, honestly. But it's very Smith-Waite. Like, this is very clearly, you know, they've got the Two of Wands and the globe in the hand, but then we've got this very prominent plant, and it's basil, which is one of my favorite plants to work with and eat, and I love the smell of basil. So yeah, you'll see it's hard to see in some of the cards, but you do get the name of the plant along with the you know, the title of the card at the bottom. You know, Page of Pentacles. This deviates quite a bit more from like the Smith-Waite. So some of them feel very Smith-Waite and some of them feel chamomile. Another one I like to work with regularly. Really enjoy chamomile. It's an excellent nervine. I drink a lot of chamomile tea. 10 of Cups, marijuana, cayenne. Yeah, so I love that cayenne for strength. That feels very apt. And there's a separate guidebook that you can buy for this deck, and I like, it's great. I really love it. It does lean a bit more sort of to traditional Chinese medicine, and I very much lean into sort of my local environment when it comes to like herbalism and herb crafting and foraging and wild crafting. Did I say wild crafting? Oh my god, my brain. And sort of British Isles based, because it feels my lane. And it's great to work with your local ecosystem and land spirits when it comes to that kind of thing, this kind of thing. But I do still think it's a really, really good book, and definitely worth getting if you're interested in herbalism and tarot and combining them. I would even argue that you wouldn't necessarily even need this deck. You could just get that book and use it as sort of a tarot verse, like plus herbalism resource. Meow meow. So yeah. Cool. It's that one. The fourth one I have to show you is it's the deck that comes with the set that's called Tarot Magic. It's a book by Robin Valentine. I think they put the book out initially on its own first, and then they put out a kit, and the deck was drawn by Stasia Barrington, who did the Sasarai Bito Tarot, which is one of my all-time favorite decks. And I was just I bought the kit because I wanted this deck. The card stock is like cereal board, but it's not as bad as oh my god, the card stock I opened and did a walkthrough of the Tower of the Vampires by Ian Daniels. It's a 2021 printing, and the card stock is horrendous. I'm like still so angry and upset with it. This is better than that, in my opinion. Obviously, again, personal preference, but this is a redrawing. It's very sort of like, a lot of the cards have this like single color to them. I think of this as a very bisexual deck because you've got like blue, pink and purple. So I just call this the bi deck a lot of the time. the bi rider. So yeah, but you can see it could possibly be a bit more contemporary because it looks like this person's wearing some glasses and a t-shirt, but then these people appear to be in robes. So I don't know. This is one of the only like babies on a horse that doesn't make me want to like, I don't know, tear my eyes out. So cute. But yeah, it's very, very clearly, very easy to read with. And I really like that the cups look like sort of little like I feel like they all have like matcha tea in them or something. Or some kind of like herbal infusion. But yeah, it's very sweet again, sort of very contemporary, but it's not jarring. I don't recall seeing any like motorbikes or like mega like laptops or anything that would denote it as like mega modern. So yeah, I don't know what is going on there. See, like this one feels more like he's got like a tunic and then some furry like, I don't know, cloak on, and then some of them feel more like they've got just modern clothing on. Oh, she's got no clothing on. Cloak, I'm trying to find. Well, obviously now I can't find one where they've got modern clothing. Well, everyone's got no clothing, or they're skeletons, or they've got like tunics on. Never mind. You know what I mean. You saw some that like had a slightly more contemporary clothing. Okay, the fifth one I'm going to share with you is the Happy Tarot. My version is trimmed because I couldn't handle the multiple language titles on the borders. This, I believe, had another printing where they do just the symbol and the number, or the number and the symbol, you know, the more contemporary Lo Scarabeo. I don't understand how this got a reprinting with that treatment, but the beloved, well, my beloved Tower of the Magical Forest did not. I'm not super mad about it because I do love, like, my Magical Forest is, you know, is very special to me on a number of fronts, not just because of, you know, it was gifted to me by my partner, and I've had it a long time now and all that stuff. And I do like the small, I do like it trimmed, and I use like a really large, I used a 10mm 1 centimeter basically corner rounder, so it's really chunky, and I used it the same on this one. It's very cute. It's basically a cute, happy Candyland version. Well, I say happy. This little chap looks very down in the dumps. And it's super easy to read with because it's a clone. You know, that's very clearly the Eight of Pentacles. This is like, look how cute they are. I just wanna like, well, obviously I want to lick all the delicious lollies and things. I mean, I like, it's like the little weird like fin type things see on the helmet as well. It's very cute, and it's the Happy Tarot. It is very joy inducing. It gives me cute aggression. The one thing that really pisses me off about this deck, though, is that every single person, and people are probably so sick of me saying it, but it just winds me up. Every single person is white, and this is a fairly contemporary deck. This only came out a few years ago, and I'm like, what? Why though? Like literally every single person, and I find that I find it bewildering, honestly. I just don't understand. I mean, I think I do understand, if you know what I mean, but like, oh well, I just want to make this a negative video again. Can I help myself? Clearly not. Okay, look, we don't have to worry about that with this next deck. This is the Fyodor Pavlov Tarot, by Fyodor Pavlov, a trans man. And most very erotic art. I would love to see a deck of Fyodor's like erotic art. Oh my god, because I mean, if you follow him, then you know, right? You know, if you know, you know. But I adore this. I got this for Christmas. and I was so happy to it feels like you can see the texture of the paper on this one for some reason. Must have been something to do with scanning the artwork. But yeah, I love this. Oh, it's got the art style is just stunning. It's got really delicious colours was what I was going to say. Sorry, before I got distracted by this beautiful card. It's got really they're rich, but they're not garish, just a little bold. Like, this is really sumptuous, but they're very jewel toned. I love the cardstock. I love the backs. I believe this is meant to be Fyodor himself, possibly, or maybe there's a different card actually that Fyodor's in. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. It might say in the guidebook. The guidebook's good because he talks about his decisions in sort of creating the cards. Oh, I think this is one of my favourite 10 of Pentacles. Really clever depiction, like interpretation of the 4. Lots of Pentacles. I had this in order. I was for something, so you'll see lots of the same suits together. I tried to shuffle the decks a bit more beforehand, the ones that were in order. But yeah, it's stunning. I love that we have trans bodies represented. I think we need to see more of that. I love the costuming, the clothing, the different sort of civilizations and cultures represented. Oh, the moon is stunning. It's just a really delicious, sumptuous, very elegant deck, and very again very easy to read. I mean, this is obviously a different layout, a different sort of composition, should I say, to this original Smith-Waite, but this is obviously very clearly the 9 of Swords. You know, you can see straight away. You don't even need to see the Roman numerals, you can just tell. Oh, look at this. So yeah, it's stunning. So those are the 6 decks, those that are sort of rider-esque, I guess. Oh, that kind of rhymes. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the same cards from each deck, and we're going to look at them, sort of compare them, and see how each deck portrays those particular cards. Okay, so here we go. I've taken out 6 different cards. I've done 3 majors, and then I've done like a court, a 10, a court, a pip, and an ace. So the first one is the Empress. So with the Melanated Classic, you've got that redrawing of Pamela's original composition. And you can see that the Empress is very clearly pregnant here. She's got the shield. It's all very familiar, the crown of stars, what have you. In these gorgeous warm tones. I really enjoy these sort of rich oranges, reds and yellows. We've already seen this one as well, the Empress. We still get the nod to like the, well, this one's strawberries and roses are on the original. And we get the crown of stars, and we still get the Venus symbol on the tree stump there. And appears to be, it's almost like coming from the other side. So here we've got the Empress is in the field, and then behind her is like the woodlands, and here it feels like the Empress is in the woodlands, and beyond you can see sort of fields and a river, a waterfall, I don't know, but really nice. We have the Empress here for the Herbal Tarot. Again, quite, you know, you very clearly an Empress, got the scepter and the shield, in a sort of, appears to be sitting on rocks this time. We've got the water in the background still. Do we have water in the, yeah, we do have the water in the background in the Melanated Classic as well. Donkai or Donkey, I think it's Donkai for this plant. I've never worked with this plant, honestly, but yeah, just in this very particular kind of art style. The Empress here, again, very clearly Smith-Waite imagery. You've got the water, the woodlands, all of the abundance, the harvest, the stars, the scepter, the shield, everything. Although she doesn't look like she's pregnant, she does look very young, so that's probably a good thing that she doesn't look like she's pregnant. The Happy Tarot, again, very cute. We've got the stars, we've got the scepter. We don't see a shield in this one, but we do have the water. So I'm just trying to It's hard to get this light without, because all the cards have different cardstock, and the light was always changeable in my room because the sun was always changing. Meow meow. Oh well, we'll just see how it goes. You can see the wheat up here. And then the little bunnies, and I love like the bunny has like real big buck teeth, and then there's this tiny, like these tiny ones. This tiny one here has like tiny little buck teeth. I don't know if you can see. And then we've got like this cat. It's very cute, and she's like looking down, I think, at the cat, going, "Oh, hello kitty." Oh, hello kitty. But yeah, she's even got like a dove and butterflies, lots of, just surrounded by animals. And I guess that sort of fecundity and abundance and nature is, and nurturing is sort of, instead of making her pregnant, which would be a little disturbing again with something so cute, and we've given her because she looks very childlike is what I mean, is to surround her with animals, which I think is cool. And then, oh my goodness, the Empress here, just delicious. So sumptuous, holding a heart, why not? I love the use of the red. There's a passion here in this Empress. There's a voluptuousness, there's a sensuality to it, which I really enjoy. I think that's a part of the Empress that sometimes she gets pinned as mother, and a lot of my friends that are mothers have spoken a lot, and I've heard other people I don't know who are mothers speak a lot about how sometimes they can really lose their identity because they become mum, and they become almost like desexualized to an extent, and their desires and their needs can become overlooked or passed over, pushed aside. And so I really enjoy that we've got an Empress that's really speaking to that sort of sensuality and deliciousness. So the next card I picked was Death, because metal in it. Again, the Melanated classic. We've got a very classic depiction. And yeah, sorry, I'm just waiting for this. I don't know if you can hear it, there's like sirens going off, and I am driving past, and I just wondered if that was going to be heard on camera or not. Yeah, so you know, the classic, there's people being fallen down and being trodden upon, and you've got the Tudor rose on the flag and all that, the skeleton in the armor, which is all very, like I said, metal. So yeah, I just realized I should probably leave these on while I do this, because it's going to be distracting seeing the other ones, because I've only done one so far, so that's okay. So yeah, and then Death here we have Death is wearing like a casual jacket and trousers. Which kind of tickles me. I do like that we've got the crown is floating above Death's head. We still have the Tudor rose. We've got the red eyes. And again, we've got, oh, this is actually quite heartbreaking with this toddler holding the flower. I do like that the guy being trampled has, like, he's got money in his hand and he's still clutching his money, because, like, you can't take it with you. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Elderflower for the Death card in the Herbal Tarot. It's more like the sort of Grim Reaper or like the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come depiction, where you've got this sort of cloak and this dark, like that you can't see any face. It's just a dark, there's an abyss. And you do still get the sun rising in the background. Pretty cute Death for the this is Deja Barrington sort of magical tarot, I guess I'm calling it. Well, the by rider. It's pared back though, because we only have we've got the crown here on the floor, and then we've got just one person, because a lot of these cards in this deck are sort of quite stripped back. So it keeps it quite simple. It's distilled it down. But the Death looks pretty cute and happy there. The Death on the Happy Tarot is on a rocking horse. And yeah, there's still all these like nods to like Candyland with all these like lollipops and things. It's very funny. And you still get like the sun rising in the background. it's not too traumatic, I guess. We've got like a chocolate syrup or chocolate sauce topped hill over here as well. It's very cute. And we've sort of moved away from a traditional Tudor rose and just have like a little drawing of her. I like to think that Death drew that on themselves there. And oh my god, the Death card in the Fyodor Pavlov. It's just, it feels very, I don't know, it's that whole Le Petit Mort, or like the Call of the Void. It's stunning. The Kiss of Death, just, I mean, I don't really need to say anything with this one. It kind of just is. It's both metal and sort of elegant, and I guess really sexy as well, weirdly. So yeah, that's the Death card. Next we're going to be going on to the Lovers. Let's get these guys off the top there. Right, let's have a look at these. So Lovers, we've got our angel at the top presiding, and again in the same position. We've got the snake and the apple tree here. We've got the bush behind them here. A really lovely, like, again, you get these lovely like warm oranges and yellows that I just love. What I really, and then that contrasted with the blues in this deck is just what I really love about it. What just really, we do have a little modesty going on here, because not all of these decks have a little bit of modesty, fig leaves or what have you. This one does. I do like the Lovers here as well. You've got a slightly different version of an angel. It looks more like a Cupid, so it feels a little Marseille, more Marseille. But they're like shooting over here. And we have these lovers in an embrace in this woodlands. It feels like they're actually standing within nature, and we do still get the sun in the background as well. It's really lovely. It's a really lovely depiction. No modesty leaves needed here, because we've got bums instead. We've got a little bit of nip, a little bit of side boob there. We've got some little butts, boop, boop. And parsley for the Lovers, which is interesting. I don't really like parsley that much. And I'm one of those people that has the gene that makes coriander literally taste like soap. I remember saying to people, does this taste like soap to you? And people are like, no, what's wrong with you? And then I was vindicated, because it turns out that some people literally have a particular genetic quirk which makes that and other things taste weird and gross. So yeah, we don't have an angel in this one, but we do have the sunshine. No modesty leaves in this one. We've got our angel. It looks, I guess it could be the sun, but we don't have like the radiating rays. We've got, it could be moonlight. We've still got the nod to like the snake in the tree and everything, and the little boop boop bump. Yeah, these folks look pretty cute. We've got little fig leaves on these characters. Again, it just speaks very much to like trying to keep it quite cute, although these are clearly like meant to be adults, I guess, now looking at it, because you know this guy has a beard. And it would be weird to have lovers that were children. I love the face on this snake. Just this snake. Sorry. That sound clip always makes me laugh. And the angel is more, they don't have their arms out. They're just sort of, do they have their arms out? Oh, they do have their arms out. I never noticed that before. I just thought they had really big shoulder pads, and those little, like, are those hands? Are they hands? Oh my god, I don't know, and my eyesight's too bad to tell. I guess it must be. Do you know what? I'm just going to get my magnifying glass. Oh my god. Right, let's have a look. Are they hands? Maybe? Question mark. I don't know. If they're hands, they're really freaking weird. I'm trying to get it so you can see, but my ring light is doing weird stuff. I don't know. Anyway, it's cute anyhow. And then again, the lovers here, we have trans bodies represented, which I really, really enjoy. I just I want to see more of this index, please. Thank you. And I love that they're like bound by the ribbon. We've got the apple in the hand here, the arrow, like they're, it's like they have agency, because they have the apple. They've already got the apple and the arrow. Does that make sense? So they're like, no one's doing it to them, and you've got this gorgeous, like, dripping sacred heart in the beginning, in the middle. Yeah, stunning. Oh, I love it. So yeah, so that is the Lovers. Next, we're going to go on to an Ace. So we've got the Ace of Swords. Now I've got tonight, the night belongs to lovers stuck in my head. Because I give myself earworms constantly. So what have we got going on here? We've got, they're all very much a muchness, I guess. The one that sort of sticks out the most to me is probably this one, because we've got an anthropomorphic cloud with a very smiley face, holding it, and we've got like flames coming off there. I don't know, very strange, but very cute. Again, we saw this earlier, the chamomile for the Ace of Swords. This is very pared back. This is just very stylized. Again, this one's quite minimal as well, actually. And this one is the most sort of classically Smith-Waite, which of all these, this one is. And then we've got the 10 of Pentacles. This one will deviate a little bit more. We've got some more sort of changes in how things are represented in this one. So we've got our classic 10 here with the sort of the arch. We've got the two dogs and the different generations and what have you. Again, a redrawing of the Smith-Waite. This one has a more contemporary feel. We've got what appears to be a grandparent sitting on a stool, and then we've got all these like lights hanging, but I think they're like electrical lights or lanterns, and it looks like you can see trees in the background, so it looks like they're outside under like a pagoda or something, or some kind of like frame, outdoor frame deck thing. But again, we've got the two dogs, and I love this family. Just looks so sweet. I love the kid just hiding behind the mum's leg there. The 10 of Pentacles here deviates quite a lot. We don't see any generations of a family. We just see this sort of very secure home, kind of castle, manor, estate in the background. We've got our 10 Pentacles, and Wild Yam is the card for this one. I don't know enough about Wild Yam to sort of, and it's been a long time since I read through the book to sort of know what the thinking was here in choosing it, but the plant here is the main feature for this tome. This one, again, we've paired it back. I do like that we have what appears to be a grandmother this time. We've got these two dogs that look like they're waiting for snacks. This little head tilt, this is the can I have snack look. And there's sort of the family sort of in the background. We've got a rainbow, I guess, kind of a rainbow. Is this meant to be to denote an arch? And then all of these pentacles floating above them. This one again sort of speaks more to the traditional, but make it cute, because you've got the arch. You've got these little doggies again. It's just very cute. It's 10 of pence, but make it cute. And again, I think this is one of my favourite 10 of pence, because it's just nice to see different cultures depicted, cultures that weren't in the original Smith-Waite getting some like representation. I'm loving you've got these baskets. There's clearly been a harvest, which makes sense, right? Because you've got the pentacles, you've got this family. They're just, oh, they're gorgeous. There's the child, the grandparent or the ancestor, the elder rather, and the dog. Even the dog's getting in on the action. Isn't it? And this golden color is just perfect for the pence, that sort of warm, rich, like wheat colored sort of golden sun, like, which you think of, I guess, when you think of like harvest time and late summer, early autumn. And then the last card we're going to look at is the Knight of Cups. Old dreamy boy themselves, the dreamer. So again, we've got the classic depiction with the helm, with the wings and the cup out front, and then we have a very modern sort of play of this. They're on a motorbike. We do get the wings, but they've got a to-go coffee cup. I hope that's a reusable to-go coffee cup. My headcanon is that's a Stojo reusable cup, or maybe a keep cup. And then we have sarsaparilla for the Knight of Cups. This knight isn't on a mount at all. Instead, this knight is standing at maybe the edge of a woodland or within a woodlands. We've got some water here. Again, the element of water is the element for the cups, emotions, intuition, flowing, blah blah blah, you know what I mean, you know. very pared back here, but this lovely cup, we do get again the wing and the head down, so it's very we've already looked at this one, and this is one of the ones that made me want to like pull this one out, because I just love that we've got like this little playground ride type seahorse and what appears to be like little bubbles flinging out of this cup here, and then like I know these are meant to be the wings, but my headcanon is like they're like fins, sea fins, or like, you know, oxalotl, like oxalotl fins is what I think of when I see these, because they're like pink and kind of have a frilliness to them. Does that make sense? Like they don't look like they're drawn like actual wings. And finally, the Knight of Cups in the Fyodor Pavlov, and here we do have a mount, but the horse is the knight is off their mount, and his or their horse it looks like they're going to have a drink here. The cup in the hands, it's very sort of taking a moment to sit, like have a little something to drink, sit down, have a little daydream, maybe a little nap. Yeah, I really like it. So wow, that was a little longer than I was expecting, but not too bad. So yeah, what do you think about these decks? Do you have a favorite? Do you own any of these decks? Do you want any of these decks after seeing this? What is your favorite rider that isn't a Rider-Waite? Because obviously last time I looked at like pretty much actual Rider-Waites, you know, I shared the Dirty Pam and the Smith-Waite Centennial and the Golden Universal and the Moon Baby, which is a redrawing of the Hoi Polloi, which is essentially almost exactly a Smith-Waite, but make it like, you know, a redrawing. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'd like to know what your favorite Smith-Waite-esque Smith-Waite but isn't a redrawing of is your fave. Is it one of these? Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, if you've watched till the end, thank you. If you didn't watch the end, thank you. If you watched 3 minutes, thank you. I know I have a tendency to go on little rants as well. I just sometimes, like, I catch myself, I was sort of ranting about this particular deck, you know, and the lack of sort of representation of different skin tones, and every time I sort of come off of that and I'm like, oh god, why do I have to like go on? But it's because it and what, like, you know, because it does bother me. I will still use this deck. I'm just aware that, you know, if I want to read, sometimes maybe for other people, I'm almost always going to pick cards that are going to have more representation, or that sort of skew the other way, you know, that just sort of redress that balance entirely, like with this one, for example, the Melanated Classic. So yeah, I always just catch myself ranting, and I'm aware that most people probably find it tiresome, because I do find it tiresome, and then I'm like, ugh, just putting people off. But at the same time, I don't know, I feel like I can't help myself. Maybe I'm just a grouchy person, I don't know. But yeah, I just rambled a bit more because of course. Yeah, I hope that wherever you are safe and well. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend it, a little bit of time, should I say, not your whole, well, yes, taking time out of your day to spend it here with me. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. Hello, Kelly Bear here. Welcome to my channel. Today I am bringing part 2 of my... No, why do I keep calling it part 2? It's a second installment. Fucking hell. Hello, Kelly Bear here. Welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a follow-up video, a part 2 of a... well, it's not a series. Fuck me. Why do I keep calling it... It's not a series. It's not a series. 5 months, people. 5 months. What fucking... Sorry, there's just, did you hear the car beep? There's just been an absolute load of racket out the back at the moment, and I have to have the windows open because just people don't want to hear this. Hello, Kelly Bear here. Welcome to my channel. Today I am bringing you a follow-up. Fucking, well, now I can't speak. Meow meow. Hello, Kelly Bear here. Welcome to my channel. Today I am bringing you a follow-up video to my Rider or Die video. That doesn't sound right. That sounds too clumsy. Hello, Kelly Bear here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. And that sounds sarcastic. No, that's not what I meant. Hi everyone, Kelly Bear here. Welcome to my channel. Today I am giving fucking twat bags.